you? Welcome to our little unity on the lake shore. It's great to see everybody. And let's all get up and move a little bit and sing a little bit. And girls? Well, that was really nice. I don't know if anyone noticed during our first song, when we first started singing, I saw this influx of people come in, and I thought, oh, sing louder, sing louder. And I'm sorry Chris isn't here today, but I know that we have some special music, so I'm really excited to see that and to hear that. I wanted to tell Chris that I've been riding the peace train all week. So for those of you who were here last week, it was great. Is anyone here joining us for the first time? I know it's a little tough to raise your hand and say, it's me, I'm the one. Hi, you are. You're brave, too. It's really nice to have you here, and we have a welcome packet. And please join us downstairs. We won't stalk you or do anything crazy like that, but we would love to. Oh, Mary might do that, but the rest of us would love to just share some community downstairs, and it's one of the really great things about coming to Unity here. So I know that we have some other announcements today. G, you want to? Oh, Sandy has some.
Good morning. Good morning. A couple of weeks ago, I told the people that were here that I've gone to Romania 3 times since about 2005 and worked over there in various ways to help the people there. And I've talked to G about it, and there's a project over there that I thought could use our help, and that's sending kids to school. They've had a school over there for a few years now, and what they found is these kids that start in their school continue on, unlike other kids that don't get this chance early on. So it's really a wonderful project. It costs $240 to send a child to school for a year, and so I'm asking for donations for that. I also have a picture of the class from last year. That'll be downstairs along with, I don't think that this is a tiny bowl. A check fits really well into there. And if you're going to contribute, you need to write your check, and I'll be downstairs so you can ask me again. You need to write your check to the First Presbyterian Church, and then put in the memo that it's for the Romanian Desk Project. So I hope to see you all downstairs afterwards and see your checks. Thank you.
Thanks, Sandy. Also, Jerry wanted me to remind everyone about the Taze concert that's coming up on Wednesday. A week from Wednesday, I'm sorry. So he told me to stop working and to come because it's fantastic. So I need a note for that, Jerry. But they are wonderful. So do you have anything else that you want to say about that? If you want some more information, it's on the back of your bulletin board, September 18th bulletin.
Well, good morning. I'm Reverend G, as you know, and I welcome you all here today. I'm very delighted to have you here. It's such a beautiful day, and yet we gather inside because there's beautiful stuff happening here too. I have a couple of announcements, and I just would like to support Sandy's project, which is also Unity on the Lakeshores project. By now, we as a nation should know better than anyone else that you cannot change a culture faster than by teaching the children. And you cannot improve more than by investing in education. And that's what this is all about. It just so happens, it's a total coincidence that Sandy went to Romania on a mission trip, and of course that's my birth country. And so it's close to my heart as well. And I do hope that you find it in your hearts to support it with your pockets. And contrary to what Sandy said, please write the checks to Unity on the Lakeshore, memo, Romanian Children Project, and then we will cut the check to First Presbyterian, which is just all right. So just Unity on the Lakeshore, memo, for the Children's Project, and I thank you so much for supporting that. It's a very worthy cause. Thursday, September 12th, is World Day of Prayer. And Unity on the Lakeshore will be open at 10 a.m. and will stay open till about 7 o'clock. So if during that day, at any time, you would like to come in to just meditate, spend some time, pray, do whatever is best for you, what's right for your soul, the church will be open. At 6:30, from 6 to 6:30, we will have a short service. And you know, I don't think that this could be more timely, considering how we are on the brink of going to war again against yet another nation. And in fact, Mary has to say something about that too, yes?
Tomorrow night, near the Hope College campus, there's a candlelight vigil that students are going to be gathering to support us not going into Syria. So if any of you would like to join, it begins at 7 o'clock on Central Avenue. There are hundreds of groups gathering all over the United States tomorrow night. So I really think it'll be a really message to our Congress to say we do not want to make this happen. So campus will be provided, and I'm going a little early for a parking spot, maybe have a cup of coffee, but I'm guessing everybody else is thinking the same thing. But at 7 o'clock tomorrow night on Central Avenue.
Sandy?
I just wanted to say that I am driving up to Holland for that tomorrow night and from South Haven. So if there's anybody that
You can
wants
carpool.
to join me,
Mhm.
give me a call.
Sure. Personally, I am very conflicted about this whole war. I have to tell you that. And then I just go back always to this principle that you cannot make peace through war. Nonetheless, I notice that I am conflicted. I notice that I have thoughts that go in both directions, and that's my truth right now. That's my truth right now. So anywho, Thursday, please come. 6 to 6:30 will be Word Day of Prayer, where we will just have a short service, prayerful and meditative, and we hope to have you here. And the church will be open all day. The Taze concert, it's wonderful. How many people have experienced it? How many of you would you come back? Yes, it's that wonderful. It's uplifting. It's inspiring. It's so beautiful. So if you really want to gift yourself, do it. Tickets are available. You can get them from us today at the church or through the week, or you can go to the website, and we have donate buttons. We have really joined the 21st century, so we have the donate button on our website. And a ticket is $8 or 2 for $15. So bring something, and then you can save a little bit on the ticket. Bring someone, rather. So come and tell others, and let's fill up this church. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And then another concert that's coming up that I would like you to put on your calendar is the David Roth concert. And he is a Unity musician, songwriter, well-accomplished musician. And he will be here October, was it 16? 14th. 4th. There I'm way off. October 4th. And that's a Friday?
Yes.
And that's a Friday night. So it's the perfect opportunity for you to gift yourself to a concert, to some music. Also, again, a very inspiring time. We do sing some songs by him. He's a very, very good musician. So I hope to see you here. Tickets there are $15 a piece or 2 for $25. And again, you can buy them from us here, or you can go to the website. How many of you have been to the website? Okay, that's way not enough, okay? So you have homework, people. Go home, unityls.org. It's also on your bulletin. And just check out our website. Jerry puts so much time and effort into making it look so good. So please go to the website, just check it out, see it, and then enjoy it. Good. That's all the announcements for me right now. Thank you. Yes.
Did you mention the annual meeting?
Annual meeting August 29. That's another September. What am I? Yes, September this year, 29, annual meeting. So that's the time when the members get to vote on new board members, and also we will give a detailed state of the church address. We will tell you how we're doing financially and so on and so forth, and then we will vote in the new board members, and afterwards there will be a potluck at Diane and Betsy's house. And remember potluck, so please bring a dish and yourselves, and let's go and have some fun. We usually have a lot of fun at those potlucks. So, and that's all it is, I believe. Thank you.
And we do have a movie coming up, too. Norm and Judy are going to host a movie for us. Are they here today? No? And it's the Super Brain DVD, so on September 25th, on Wednesday. So if you're available, please come for that as well. And I don't know that we've had so many announcements in a while. Martin. They just keep coming.
This is a week late, friends, but last week we had our fire service. Didn't quite fit in. We like to explain the SWAT at the back of the church over the window. It represents one of the 12 powers. The month of September, the 12th power is divine order. It is represented by James, the Apostle James, son of Alphaeus. The color is dark green, and it is given a location, metaphysical location, in the pit of the stomach. Divine order is my ability to keep God first in my continuous development.
Thanks, Martin. And now we have some very special music. Patricia and Bill.
We too have several announcements to make.
But we won't.
But we won't. Yes. There are lots of things we'd like you to know, and a few we are glad you don't. But this song is kind of my version of the movie Groundhog Day. But there's a difference, and the difference is it's different every day, and not the same. So it's called Starting Over, which we get a chance to do, thankfully, every minute, every hour. Oh, and there's a part at the end for you also. I'd like you to repeat after me. I'll try to warn you, and you don't have to do it if you don't want to.
But we will be entirely offended.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not entirely.
We can see you from here. Starting over like a child again, taking steps in a new direction. You can't put new wine into an old wineskin. We're drinking new wine, new like a child again. too late and never too soon, never too late and never too soon to be who you are and do what you're doing, to be who you are and do what you're doing. No regret and no despair, no regret and no despair. You wouldn't be here if you hadn't been there. You wouldn't be here if you hadn't been there. Just be aware, no need to fear. Just be aware, no need to fear. You're gonna get there, but you gotta start here. You're gonna get there, but you gotta start here. You're gonna get there. Oh yeah. Starting over. You're starting over again. You're taking steps in a new direction. You can't put old wine into a new wine skin. You're starting over and over and over and over and over again. Yes, starting over and over and over and over and over again. Thank you.
The Christ life symbolizes that spark of the divine within us, the light which lights our way, in which we can share and illumine the world with. Darkness is not the opposite of light, but the absence of light. And we have it within us to illumine the whole world. Let's go into prayer. When Moses asked the voice of God from the burning bush, "Who shall I say has sent me?" the reply was, "I am that I am." This is the I am that burned within. I am, God is. And we say that together. I am, God is. I am, God is. Again.
I am, God is.
And once more.
I am, God is.
And so it is.
And if we can share together our affirmation of faith, there is only... Oh, pardon?
The vision.
Oh, our vision. See, I'm really grateful for starting over and over again. Our vision together, every life, a spiritually transformed life. And now I think Marilyn's going to share some wisdom of the day with us.
The theme today is elders. Wisdom is often held by our elders, those who have lived long, faced tragedy and triumph, and learned the lessons of life. We are blessed as they hand down wisdom from generation to generation. Our elders have lived through immense change in our modes of travel, communication, business, and culture. I honor how they have contributed positively to our society's progress with their talents, ingenuity, and courage. As my elders share their wisdom with me, I am growing towards becoming a wise elder myself. I welcome the opportunity to learn and to share my lessons with others. We speak God's wisdom, secret and hidden, which God decreed through the ages for our glory. 1 Corinthians 2:7. And I don't think there's anybody more elder than I am in this church, but actually, you think back to all of the people and elders, past people who've lived in the past, and those have been my teachers all these years. And I appreciate all the wonderful written works that I've read and learned from.
Marilyn, we appreciate your wisdom. So again, our affirmation of faith. Everyone ready? There is only one presence and one power in me and in the universe, God, the good, omnipotent.
When we start over next time, we'll finish the song.
Every breath I take
is worth finishing twice. As we prepare, it's not my fault. Thank you. As we prepare for our time in meditation, I invite you to just close your eyes, go within, take a deep breath. Enjoy the quiet. The lights are dimming. Enjoy this moment in its perfect imperfection, just as life is, just as our experiences it often is. And through it all, we affirm that all is well. That we may not be misled and blinded by appearances. Ours is a clear vision that sees through to the end. With a knowing that I am and God is. And though it may seem that we're walking through the shadow of the valley of death, we know with an unwavering, perfect knowing that this too shall end. Take a deep breath. And allow peace and light to spread through your body. And as you breathe in, you breathe in peace and kindness and gentleness and love. And as you breathe out, you release anxiety, disappointment, stress, defeat. You let go of all of that does not support you. And you stand in this presence that is strong within, and it is strong without, and many of us call it God. It's that which carries us through. It's that which upholds us always, which maintains hope, which feeds love, ends wars, creates friends from enemies. The I am. gratitude. Together we say, thank you, thank you, thank you. Absolutely perfect day we're having together, aren't we just? And actually it takes a lot to create this perfection and this experience, and I'm grateful to every single one of you. Two people that hardly ever get mentioned are Jerry and Sandy. They put so much time in creating these bulletins. Do you like them? Yes. Yes, I love them. They work hard at making it so perfect, and I'm so grateful to both of them, so thank you. And then Suzanne for creating the musical experience, and Jason, thank you for joining in. It's always such a delight to have you guys with us. I love everything about you. And you know, this morning when we were practicing, and sometimes when I come here in the morning, I'm so concerned about things going just right. So I'm in a tizzy, you know, I'm kind of on an edge. And we were practicing with Suzanne, and I was still on an edge. And then Patricia came up and just kind of stood by me and started singing and sang harmony. And she turned my morning around. It was so beautiful. Thank you for that. And Carrie, I just love you on the platform. I love your energy, your authenticity, and just love you. Thea and Marie were welcoming us, or Jerry? Was it Jerry? Thea and Jerry were welcoming us. Dave's on AV, thank you for that. Alex is filming also, so now we're going to have a much better quality picture as well with our recording. And I know that Mary provided some food for downstairs. Be sure to join us. Who else did? Marie. Mary and Marie, how about that? So, thank you all. Marilyn is the only one. And Martin, gosh, I'm forgetting the M's to thank you both for reading the daily word and doing the prayers. I'm grateful. Let me tell you how I pictured, and I'm going to call it America. And I know it's incorrect because this is the U.S. and the Americas are a lot bigger than just the U.S. But growing up, to me, the U.S. was America. And so I was living in a communist country. Imagine it like those black and white photos, you know? So it's all kind of dull and somber, very serious. So I'm in this world, and of course my imagination is just flying all over the place. And to me, America was the place of color, of life, of possibility. Much like for you, you know, and you call it the American dream. And I remember that ever since I was this little, I wished myself here. And I have shared this many times with you. I always wished myself here, so I don't think that it's a big surprise at all that I ended up here. For we manifest with our thoughts, remember? And it took me quite a while to manifest me coming here, but of course it happened. Just like for Diana Nyad, right? She said, never give up. Is that what she said? Now this mic is on, right? You can hear me. Okay. And so I was dreaming of this country of possibility and beauty and wonder, and oh, it was the place to be, you know. Probably if I would have known about heaven, this would have been right up there, you know, the two places, America. So I wished myself here. And so I'm 23 now. We jump a little bit. And I received a scholarship to do a master's degree in Ohio. And I am so excited. This is it. You know, I'm going. And I purchased my plane ticket just to help you understand how far ago that was. My return ticket was $410. So I'm 23, and I received the scholarship, and I am so excited that I get to go to America, the country of my dreams. You know, it's all I've really wanted. And I've purchased my ticket, and now it's time to pack my luggage. And I don't want to go. I'm freaking out. It's like, you know what? I just want to hide, and I can't deal with this. This is too much. It's incredible, right? When one of your biggest dreams is about to get fulfilled, that's a scary, vulnerable spot to be in. So I don't want to go. So my mom packs my luggage. She says, you're going. You've wanted this, and you're going. And then they drive me to the airport, and there I am, reluctant, excited, conflicted, excited, flying to America. Change is a very difficult thing. Change is very difficult. Of course, if things change for the worst, we don't like that. But if you think that change for the best is easy, think again. Nothing makes you as vulnerable as opening your heart, as being present to your life experience. This is walking into your dream. This is no longer just that dream that you have cherished within yourself, inside yourself, where nobody could see it. This is now walking into it, witnessing it manifest, and now what? And that now what is a scary place to be. So, we are talking, this is a series on the Gospel of John. And the story I am going to talk to you about is about this crippled man that has been laying on the edge of this little pond, tiny little lake. And the myth says that there's an angel that every now and then causes a turbulence in the water of this little pond, and whoever walks into it first will experience absolute healing. So there's a lot of people. There's 5 little, like, not rooms, but enclosures around this pond where people are gathered. And the writer of the Gospel of John says they were blind and lame and crippled. So these are specimens of human life longing for wholeness. There they are, around this pond. This is where my dream can come true. That place. And some of them make it, and then some of them don't. So Jesus, this little place is called Bethsaida. Bethsaida. So Jesus comes to this little pond, and he sees this guy. And apparently he learns that this guy has been there. He's crippled. He can't walk. So he's been laying on his cot for 38 years. Now I imagine that 38 years is symbolical of something. But that symbolism has been lost to us. I also know that the writer of the Gospel of John is dealing with this separation of the followers of Jesus and the synagogue. The followers of Jesus and the religious leaders. So the followers of Jesus have been expelled from the synagogue. And that's a painful thing. Whenever there's a fraction, and this church knows very well what that feels like. What it feels like to be split in two. And then part of it goes elsewhere, and part of it stays. And there's that healing process that has to take place. And we've all experienced that on some level in this church. So that's what happened in the Jewish community then. The Jews who denied Jesus being the Christ, who stopped being, who never chose to be Jesus' followers, so the ones who were true to the synagogue and its teachings, expelled the Jesus followers. And so does the 38 years symbolize in some way the time of the split, as long as it had been going on, this separation, when the followers of Jesus felt crippled, apart from their wholeness? We don't know. It's truly just a guessing game at this time. But anyhow, he was laying there for 38 years, a long time. It's a lifetime for some. Back in those days, for many, that was it. He had been laying there for 38 years. So Jesus goes to him and straight and directly just asks him, "So, do you want to get healed?" And the guy says, "Well, I can't walk. I'm laying on this cot, and I've been laying here forever. And, whenever the water is disturbed, and I make my way to the water, someone else always steps in before me." Whoever wants to take responsibility for their not showing up for their lives? Whoever wants to say, "I'm just too scared, I have no idea what it's like to be healed, to be whole, to be there where my dream is. I know what it feels like here. It feels like this is the place I can hide behind excuses." Not changing your life is never ever my fault. You see? It's somebody else's fault. I would change my life if only Dan would allow me. But Dan won't allow me. It's Dan's fault. You see, if my upbringing would have been a little bit different, then I could see myself succeeding, but not with my kind of luck. I mean, if it wasn't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. Right? Well, not the way things are going for me. In my kind of situation, I just have to be there with reality. And reality tells me, this is it. Are these excuses familiar at all? Have we heard them all? It's that victim mode. It's not my fault. It's not my fault that my life doesn't look like a dream at all. Maybe a nightmare, but not a beautiful dream. And it's not my fault. It's never my fault. And the problem with that victim mentality is that if it's not my fault, then I can't really have a solution for it. You see? If I don't own the problem in my life, how can I own and come up with a solution? So, there it is. This guy just putting up the excuse, presenting himself the victim that he was. If only I could, but I can't. So Jesus says, okay, pick up your cut and walk. And he stands up and picks up his cut, and he walks. He's healed. Now what? Now what? This is the most vulnerable, most scary moment. It is when I walk into the experience of life. I have been on the brink of entering this new level of consciousness. And now the doors are wide open for me. Now what? How will my life manifest that? How will my next choice look like? I can no longer be the victim. I can walk. I can no longer hide behind my excuses. I can even carry my own cup. What now? And of course, the scene is set right away because the writer of the Gospel of John says, and it was the Sabbath. And carrying one's cup seemed like work to the religious rulers. So right away, there they are, come up against this formerly crippled, now whole man, and says, hey, what are you doing? You're carrying the cut. And there comes his answer. It's not my fault. The guy who healed me, he told me to pick it up and carry it. It's not my fault, right? Has that not been an age-old excuse? I was just following orders. I just did what I was told. Not my fault. It never is. And when you don't take responsibility, when you're unwilling to take responsibility, it never is your fault. And so things never change. And so your life experience remains the same. So the religious rulers now, of course, they are the ones who arbitrate when God can and cannot work. And what are the rules within which God can work? You see? Does that sound familiar at all? Do we still do that? If you're truly spiritual, you sit a certain way. You walk a certain way. You talk a certain way. There are certain buzzwords that you hit. If you're a fundamentalist Christian, then you definitely have to claim that you're born again. And if you're not, then your experience is not valid. And it cannot happen outside the church. It cannot happen outside, and we keep on making these rules. Rules that then suffocate the experience. You know, if this would be the world according to G, I would change the order of service every single month. And the reason I would do that is because, and you probably cringe within as you hear me, because who likes change, as they say, other than a newborn baby? Because when we get that familiarity, this is what service looks like. This is what service feels like. I always get this feeling at this time. To me, that hinders the experience. You are no longer authentically relating to the experience, but it is the rules, the liturgy that we are relationshiping with. And that's why I would change the order of service if the world was according to G. But it's not. So this the religious rulers, of course, right away start asking, so who is this guy that gave you the orders? Now they feel like, oh, we have a bigger fish to fry. This is just the guy who is following orders, but we can go for the lead guy who gave the wrong order on the Sabbath. And he said, I don't know. He just walked away from me. I don't know who he is. And sometime later, the cripple is again at the temple. And Jesus goes there and sees him and walks up to him and says, oh, I see that you're well. Now be sure that you choose, that you make right choices from here on, so you won't end up being even worse than you were before. Here is your second chance. You received the first chance to walk, take responsibility for your life, pick up your cut, walk, and walk into the fullness of life, into this new level of consciousness. And right away, you denied it. Right away, you took no responsibility for it. You came up with another excuse when you were confronted. Why are you doing this? So I'm giving you a second chance. Notice that you're doing fine, so live up to it. Walk into this new experience. Take advantage of this new level of consciousness. Your newfound wholeness. So the guy right away goes to the religious rulers and says, oh, it was that guy who told me to pick up my cut and walk. Sometimes second chances don't work for us either. We bypass the first one and then the second one. So the religious rulers go and persecute Jesus. And they accuse him of breaking the rules and working on a Sabbath. And Jesus says, well, here's the deal. God is working all the time, and so am I. God is working all the time, and so am I. And God is in me. God and I are one. So the religious rulers think, oh wow, now we really got him. It's not only that he broke the rule of the Sabbath, but he also proclaims that he's equal with God. Now we can really nail this guy. And this is, through it all, the message of the writer of the Gospel of John, that God is within. And there will be plenty of people who will tell you otherwise. There will be plenty of experiences and occasions, and there will be those people who know it. I just read it yesterday that the Pope said that when the New Testament was finished, God had stopped to proclaim new teachings. God has stopped to talk. That's what the Pope just said yesterday. And I thought, there it goes again. The struggle is the same today as it was back then. One person knows, lays down the rule, and kills the spirit, kills the experience. And then there are the other ones who just say, hey, there is a new consciousness. That is not the truth. That doesn't work. That's the rule. That kills. It's the God within. That's what matters. And it's been the same tension for thousands of years with us human beings. Isn't that peculiar? I find that so peculiar, to say the least. And I have so much gratitude when I meet new people who are willing to walk into the fullness and wholeness of life, who are willing to claim that I am. And not just claim that I am, but live it. Witness it in a very visible way. In ways where we see God walking among us, God talking to us, with us. And that's what this gospel is all about. And I understand that it's scary. And I understand that it's, ever so challenging. And it makes oneself so vulnerable. And the payoff is God within. The payoff is a new level of consciousness where you're free and excited to take responsibility for your own life. You're free and excited to walk on this path that is wholeness, that is divine, that is life itself. So, whether it's our first, second, third, or nth chance, it is my prayer and hope that we take it. And if we've already taken it, then we keep at it and shine our lights so we may be visible, so we may be truly agents of change, agents of the divine, of hope, and of life. Thank you.
I don't know if I've ever told you this, but when I was young, I had 4 siblings, and we always used to deny our responsibility of anything that had gone wrong. So as you were speaking, I was thinking how my mother one day set an extra place at our dinner table, and we said, "Mom, who's coming to dinner?" And I was excited, and she said, "Not me." And I said, "What?" "Well, not me seems to be doing a lot of things around here, so not me is coming to dinner." But I'm going to tell our kids that, girls, when you're not authentic, you deny your full level of consciousness to not own up to things. I still don't get it. Let us together say our offertory affirmation. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am thankful.
We also really enjoy being here. I'm going to get verklempt if I don't watch out. A song about love and wholeness. Let there be love. Let us forgive. As we want the world to be, so let us live. Compassion, care, and dignity created in community. Healing, helping, hope. We are all in this together, and together we will rise in the power of our vision, as that vision is realized.
stand and say the prayer for protection and then sing the peace song. If you could turn around the first couple of rows. And the light of God surrounds us.